Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Viken here, and we are going live. And here we go. Okay. I guess some things you can count on in life, and that's Weeds Day, everybody. So it's Weeds Day, episode 210 today, and hopefully we'll get Rodimus on, or we'll read the news. I'll read the news, and we've got Genie in a bottle. We've got Baby Afro there getting the grind on. So how's it going solo? How's it going Crazy Pop Mom in Canada? And Canada Nurse here with me in beautiful Washington State. We're rocking and lots of new updates. I don't know what the feds are doing, but doesn't really matter to me because we're going to do what we can to celebrate the prisoners that are coming home. That's our duty, to spank your booty and to keep everything going, So um, we have Technology Princess down in the left-hand bottom corner. And let's start off with a quote today because a lot of people are needing quotes to help them through the day. You can pull your tarot card, you can look into your magic crystal ball, you can remember the day that you learned how to swim for the first time, any of that, or the first day you smoked pot and it was excellent, or you had to get used to it, whatever. Nobody died from cannabis, but tobacco's legal and cannabis. I can't believe it. So I just got a message from Rodimus. Let's see what he has to say, and we're so excited to have him. Um, okay, he'll be on in a few minutes, and we got some rollers here, and we got a safety meeting in progress. Solo, unmute yourself and say hello. Tell everybody who you are, and tell us about your new beautiful necklace, and go from there and give us a quote of the day. Everybody, this is Solo.
Hey, cheers to everybody in the room. Happy to see everybody. It's Wednesday. I'm Solo Brizzy, cannabis activist in training and cannabis graduate, looking for work in the cannabis industry. The quote for today is quoted by Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of the dream.
The future of beauty.
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of the dream.
Well, amen. So everybody, catch your breath and put your dream on. You know the. Hang on, we got somebody calling in here. Good morning. I'm on a really important Zoom call right now, so you can take me off your list, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So that's what you got to do sometimes. You just got to stand up for your rights, say what you need to say. I'm answering the phone live on our radio show and our blog and our TV show because we don't know if Edwin's going to call in or if somebody that is important to us that needs to say hi to the universe. So hello, Mr. And Mrs. and Miss and everybody. Um, we are totally in alignment with the quote from Solo today. Solo's quote was really cool. It's about synchronicity. It's about creating the dream, and the dream for some children. How do you deal with war? How do you deal with grandma or mom getting dementia? and not recognizing you? How do you deal with anything? But the dream state, I've been learning more about myself, and it's been really fun. The dream state, to have, sleeping dreams that you can wake up and remember, and they help you get through the day. They help you get through life, because I think dreams are super magical and important. You can call me, an old hippie. You can call me an old drippy, but I like to be trippy because it makes my dippity do, not worry about the mongers out there that have kept marijuana illegal since 1937, and then gave us the war on drugs, and then gave us the, what else did it give us? It gave us three strikes. It gave us, no clemency for prisoners and for Leonard Peltier. And if you guys and gals follow me on my show, maybe I can, get my technology to help me to, let's see if I can get my right self here. So, maybe if you maybe we'll just make, Jail Dog a little smaller here. Let's see if we can make Jail Dog smaller. Jail Dog, go smaller. So come on, Jail Dog. You got a handle right there. Come on. Jail Dog, go smaller. Jail Dog, go smaller. There we go. Okay, so Jail Dog goes smaller, and it's just really important to, put your freak on, and like Solo told us today, um, dream. If you don't dream, in your sleep state, dream about, or wake up and go outside to the beach or to the forest and sit down and say, what is my legacy? Why am I here? How did that happen? How did all of it happen, that I got, you know, my parents actually met and made me. I mean, that's pretty cool. And so, making you, getting cosmic with your, hippie ideals of the dream. We'll dedicate our show to the dream. The dream here today is to, not only understand what the goodness is of reclassifying marijuana from Schedule 1 down to Schedule 3, but also get a grasp on how it's going to help us to end prohibition, because we want to ultimately re-legalize marijuana. And so when Rodimus comes on, he'll read the news, and we have a couple news articles, and I'll be reading some news about that. I have some really interesting topics today about, how all of this, Joe Biden stuff is going to help us in the stock market or not. What is there? What are you doing to, save your money, put it away righteously? I own 200 shares of stocks of Hemp Inc., and it's still at a penny, so there's nothing there that I can do, to, recover that money, because it's just sitting there. But there's other stocks that are doing great in the cannabis industry. The hemp and the CBD people are doing okay. I don't have the magic, insider news for you. I just know, be careful how you consume your, cannabinoids, for your body, for your cancer, for your mind. Um, it's plant medicine. And so, I just want to give you some updates on those types of things that, Solo Breezy, our youngest person on our weekly show here, shared with us, that it's a dream, and you have to have them to make them reality. So flow and magic. So you dream, you get on that dream flow, and then the magic happens. I mean, look how we got Stash. I was selling my motorhome, and, my busted one, and some guy called me and says, oh, I know Stash, he's in the Philippines, and he wrote, don't bogart that joint, my friend. And so now we're licensing that, for the CD, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to be an incredible experience to be able to have a music following for our CD, starting off with "Don't Bogart That Joint." We're going to get Shipley and his partner who wrote "One Toke Over the Line," Sweet Jesus, and Jesus was on the freaking Zigzag, papers forever, and he was the first rocker because Jesus had sandals and long hair and packed the stadium. So I'm looking to see if I have my Last Supper, where everybody's smoking a bong at the Last Supper. That's probably what they did after they painted that. Who painted that? Michelangelo, or was that Da Vinci? Or maybe it was somebody, maybe it was Bob Marley. I don't know. But the idea here is to be synchronistic with your thoughts, your ideas. Look out for magic, everybody, and don't say poo-poo to what's happening with the rescheduling of marijuana. It's not what I dreamed of, but it's a great step in getting the media to know what we're talking about, because they forgot our prisoners in that schedule. If you re-legalize marijuana, everybody, we're done. We have clemency. We bring the prisoners home. So they can do it all in one swoop. They can write it down, and then they can go phew and bring all the prisoners home. But that's what we're doing. So we got Roxanne in the house. Thank you for coming, Roxanne. It's really beautiful to see you. We want to say hey to Mom. We've got Canna Nurse here. We want to say hey to Canna Nurse, and Crazy Pop Mom is here, our artist of the century. And I'm going to start off by sharing my screen with you all here. And so let's get back to my Zoom chat here. Sorry about that. I just lost my Zoom here. Zoom, come back. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you all, everybody. And we're going to have our intro. So here we go. Introducing the live. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here with episode 209. Can you imagine that there are still... It's actually 210, everybody. There are people in jail for marijuana. And I am here to raise awareness through our concert that we're producing. And that's going really great. And we're going to be able to use the song from Lawrence Stash, who was on our show last week. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. So it's Jeff Eichen here with episode 210. I really want to let you know that I'm doing my best to hang with the administration that wants to decriminalize or reschedule marijuana. And there's Tommy and his son, and there's Tommy. So thanks to all the fathers and the OGs. So rescheduling it, no. Let's re-legalize it and don't criticize it. Be sure to go to relieffoundation.org and do support us. We got a jingle, everybody. And so open the doors in 24. Bless to Kim. She's in North Carolina right now. my dear friend in North Carolina. She's at the airport waiting to go to Spain. So Kim is going to go to Spain for 18 freaking days, and she's going to be riding on special trails with her horses that they hire, and they go. So let's see where we are here now. We're going back to our Zoom chat, and we're going to say hemp hooray, and here we go. And we lost Roxanne, so we'll stay with our local yokels here. And Canna Nurse, can you come on and give us an update? We don't hear you yet. You're still muted. Yes. There you go.
Try now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Perfect. Perfect.
Welcome back, Crazy Bum Mine. And hello to Roxanne. And
Hi,
hello,
honey.
Priscilla. Missed you. So good to have the team back.
Thank
The
you.
new green farming. The new green farming making, paving the roads with Jeff Aiken, the freshman. Yeah.
Straight from NOCO. We just got back from NOCO. Hemp hooray.
Hemp hooray. I am super excited. I can legally heal. I can legally heal myself and my patients currently. Now, that doesn't stand for the patients that are behind bars, and that doesn't stand for the prisoners that are still behind those cages. But we're about to get them out, and we are closer than we've ever been before. I am so full of super excitement. I can't even tell you, I'm bubbling over with it because I woke up in a day where I knew that I could make RSO for a patient and I could put them out of pain, and I could go walk with my head high and hand it to them and know that nobody's going to get in trouble for this. And going forward, it's just going to get better and better. And I have new patients with new questions, new promises, new research, and I am going as fast as I can with the Weedsdays machine, getting out the medibles, the edibles, and the Canada vine cooking as fast as I can. And it's just wonderful to know that at last they are starting to see that this is medicine, that nobody should be in a cage over it. And what are we going to do?
Recording in progress.
Those planned prisoners that are still in cages. Don't tell me that they can't be released, because, oh, yes, they can. And we have more proof now than we've ever had before that we can do it. And I'm so proud of this team. I'm so proud of this group. I'm so proud of you, Jeff. I'm so proud of Kim. I'm so proud of every last one of us. I'm shocked and pleased and well to be with you. And we've done it. We're doing it. Team, we're doing something, you know? Our little gathering, you might think that we're just silly. We're having our little meetings. But look what we've managed to do with our little baby steps. And going forward, they're just going to get greater and greater. And I couldn't be with a better team of people. And I'm just so pleased and chuffed with all of you. The Sailor Dancer in Canada. How can anybody pass up the one-of-a-kind art pieces? They are mind-blowing. And that's a word that you'll get used to saying on the show, because there's so much mind-blowing going on. It's just fantastic. And I am super up to, I'm just so happy. I went to the dentist. I got my teeth taken care of. I've got some antibiotics going on, and I'm feeling so much better. But mostly, I've got my oil, and I've got my food, and I've got my medicine. And today is the first time I can feel guilt-free about using it or having it or being able to produce it for my neighbor who's in pain, or for their animal that needs it, or for anyone else that needs it. And today, I feel more like a medical professional than any time in my life. And it's such a good feeling to know that I could share this remarkable recovery, this remarkable healing and safety that I have found from my own being and my own life. And I'm going on 40 years of being healed. 40 years of being healed. Now,
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
And the prisoners, I can't stop thinking about the day that we are letting them all out. And it's coming so much closer than we've ever been to it before. I heard from Edwin Rubis, and Edwin is in the, just getting in the know of what's going on, because they get their news later than we do. And I can't wait for someone to tell him that the doors are opening and you are welcome to come out, my friend. You are welcome to come home. Cannot wait. We're doing it, Green Farming. And to each and every one of you out there that keep saying you're going to come on the show, Bobby, you know who you are, and you keep saying, oh, yes, I'll be there every Wednesday, every Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And where are you? You're not here. That's where you are. But for those of you that came, thank you. And for those that say that you will be here and you actually do, thank you more. And for those that keep saying you will be here but you're not, Marty, stop that at once. Get your schedules made. We're at high noon every Wednesday. There is much you can do. Join us and help us.
every day in every way, we're going to make this happen. And we're really blessed to have our incredible cast of strange characters on here. Like I said earlier, we may have hippie ideals with dreams, but you know, it seems that the dark sometimes, overshadows the light because they get a lot of microphone time and Hollywood time. A lot of the movies are about war and about past war and things like that. But where's a documentary about you, about me, about the person that made this giant machine that he sent all around the world, and he made these balls out of flax seeds and peanut butter that was organic and things that fed children. Where are these documentaries about people that are feeding the earth, that are helping the coral reef, that are helping the paradigm of global warming, and people that are sick because of Ancient Orange? It's still here. I heard today that my state and the Pacific Northwest still use a kind of Ancient Orange to kill the forest or to do something. And it's really amazing that we have not figured it out that marijuana is a plant. And to reschedule it is wonderful for us. And we're gonna talk about that tonight a little bit. And I'm going to read you something right now. So the canon news here, that is not the Rodimus canon news, but it's going alongside of that. I want to read this to you, everybody. It's about the losers and the winners here. So in third place, the black market, or the illicit cannabis market, while already blooming in the U.S., around the world, any instance of lessening the punishment for getting caught for selling or shipping cannabis will only encourage more aggressive business behavior. For example, you can get caught shipping 20 pounds of Schedule 1 drug from California to New York. You were looking at life in jail. So for putting something in the mail, right? A plant in the mail. And so that was life in jail. If that changes to a fine, something much less severe, you remove the distinctive in economic terms not to take an action. Hence, the opposite is true. You created more of an incentive to take chances, push the limits to get more profit, because the punishment for getting caught will be much less severe. Schedule 3 illegal drug shipment compared to Schedule 1. The illicit market should sleep well at night. This change has been made because possible punishment for growing weed without a license and selling it out of your van or shipping it over the internet will not be much less than any time since 1952. There is now an economic inventive for the illicit market to push the limits on growing, sending, and pricing, and getting caught won't be so bad in historical perspective. So the conversation for quite a while now is going to be, what about our prisoners? What is this going to do? What's happening globally now that we're lightening up and making it aware that we should take CBD immediately into the old people's homes if that's what's going on. But we have to learn and walk carefully for this. So the losers, I just pulled this, the losers. It's hard to find a loser when you go from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 without going into fear mongering about the FDA and big pharma. In general, MS more cash and profits. So it won't bode well for smaller companies trying to compete with the big boys. So I'm going to show you a Photoshop file in a few minutes about the MSOs. What is an MSO? That's the stock market. That's marijuana on stock market. Okay, so those that want cannabis descheduled will hoot and holler, but what about never really a viable option, that you aren't going from Schedule 1 like cocaine and heroin to the unscheduled like peanut butter? Overnight, cannabis does pass through the blood-brain barrier and get you high. It does impair your senses and alter your thoughts and concepts of reality for a bit while using it. So descheduling it while sounding nice was never really on the table, unfortunately. Interstate commerce is the next massive shoe to drop. So not sure how Schedule 3 will affect those companies that had to silo their whole operation in each state. Having to go from seed to sale and production in each state they enter. If interstate commerce is open, then the industry will finally start to reach a state of economic equilibrium, and you will now know the price of Snoop Leaf or Chong's Choice blunt in California and Massachusetts. You will also know the fair price of a pound of Emerald Triangle legal weed versus a pound of Emerald Triangle legal weed. So you guys figure it out, and it's a beautiful day. So I have my incredible whistle. This is the original one, everybody, that I've had since Club Radio. So we're really excited, and we have canoners with the trippy backgrounds and everything. Rodimus has instructed me, canoners, to get you on some PSAs. We're gonna hire you to do some really beautiful PSAs for our concert and for the things we're doing. We love your new energy. Your old energy was excellent also, but with your new mics and your backgrounds and your trippy dippy incredibleness, we're gonna pump you up, baby. We're gonna pump you up. And I mean, maybe we'll get you and Kimmy together live, and I'll film you guys doing something super cool because Kimmy has the new glasses. Let's see if I can share with Rodimus let's see if I can get this to us here. We got our technology apparatus here. Boom. So we got boom, and we've got our little moment in time here. Boom. So here we go. So Kimmy's on her way today to Spain, and those are her new glasses. I got her from the indigenous were here for Roadie Festival, and they did a whole ceremony and everything. And guess what? They said yes to coming to Oakland Coliseum, and the Chautauqua bus here. It's a school bus that holds 75 people. We're going to bring them all down from Port Townsend, and they're going to circle the prisoners at our concert. And they said, yes, we will bring our sacred drums for you, Jeffrey. So everything is happening. Kimmy got her new glasses there from the Pride lady. And I think next week is Pride. So put your pride on, everybody. And so let's see if we can make that smaller there. There we go. So we love our little Kimmy. She is in North Carolina right now. We had Roxanne on earlier, but she must have had bad bandwidth or had to go back to the office. But we'll keep Kimmy on for a while here. And welcome, Rodimus. We're glad to have you to read the news and to hear about what we're doing, what we're up to. I have one more video to show, and then we'll jump right into the news early today, because the news is so important right now since things are changing. But we're still going to have our concert no matter what happens, everybody. Because why? Because we're going to pay these boys for what they do. So here we go. So why don't we just get Rodimus? Are you welcome aboard? Are you ready for the news?
Yes, I am.
Oh, well, let's do. I want to share my screen here. Let me share screen here. Am I sharing screen, everybody?
Yes, you are.
Oh, fantastic. Then here we go. We got some news, everybody. Okay, and I'm going to get out of my share screen if I know how to operate this bad girl or bad boy. And I've got the relief dog on there. He was at the Roadie Fair. It says "bad to the bone" on his little shirt because he likes bones. And let's get Canna Nurse and I.
Yeah, this is an anticlimactic intro. There was my cool intro, and now you're blabbering on after that.
That's okay. Don't scold me online.
You.
Here we go. So anyways, so everybody, we're gonna get us off of the pin screen and put Rodimus up on the pin screen so he can read the news. And here comes the Canna News. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here comes Rodimus. Thank you.
Here I am. Hi, this is Rodimus with the Canna News, episode 210. All right, question. Does Francis Ford Coppola consume weed? His talent created Apocalypse Now, The Godfather, and now Megalopolis. But does he consume marijuana? He's a legend in the film industry and directed Apocalypse Now and The Godfather. He burst onto the scene in the 1960s and 70s, brought in a new generation of movies. Known as one of the greatest directors of all time, he also went on to make a name in the wine industry. Apocalypse Now. They didn't mention Apocalypse Now. That's a really important one. Displayed at one of the wineries are some of his 5 Academy Awards, 6 Golden Globe Awards, and 2 Palme d'Or from Cannes Film Festival, going on right now in southern France, and his British Academy Film Award, the BAFTA. With all the creativity and pressure, does Francis Ford Coppola consume weed? Related, vinyls and marijuana go together. The 60s and 70s were when weed came out of the closet, and from New York to LA, creatives, artists, celebrities, and everyday people tried a little. Turn on, tune in, and drop out was one of the counterculture era phrases popularized by Timothy Leary in 1966. The talented director, Coppola, was able to reflect the past and embrace the new with his film. It was one of his early successes, Apocalypse Now, there it is, which marijuana burst into the open. There are great clips of Dennis Hopper stoned on set. Megalopolis could be the last major project for the film director, and it has taken him 40 years to get it made. His unique approach is again making headlines, with the team sharing he has spent hours on end smoking plenty of cannabis while everybody waited. I never took any drugs in my life at all, except for some grass, Coppola said. I found that the effect the grass would have on me is interesting. One, it would make me extremely focused. So if I was trying to evaluate a script or write a script, I wasn't thinking of all the things where my feelings were hurt about this, or I was worried about that, unquote. He added, I'm sure grass affects different people in different ways. For me, I tend to be very focused. If I smoked a joint, I couldn't fall asleep. I'd want to work. And often I stayed up all night trying to write a script. Related, how to microdose marijuana. A Savoy businessman, I can't think of that savvy, it says Savoy. A savvy businessman, he turned his passion into money. His love of wine had made him money with 2 wineries. His love of beauty and travel has brought him a luxury hotels, and his love of cannabis has brought him into the industry. Coppola launched Sana Company in partnership with Humboldt Brothers in 2018 and released the brand known as the Growers series. All right, then, I guess that's all for that story. And it just ends like that. And the next one says the 3 biggest winners from rescheduling cannabis, ? President Joe Biden's support of the administration's decision to reschedule cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 is likely to result in considerable financial benefits for large legal cannabis businesses and the illicit market. This action may lessen the restrictions imposed by IRS tax regulation 280E, which has banned cannabis businesses from deducting standard business expenditures. Which cannabis firms will gain the most from this change? The illicit market will get a huge boost by removing the punishments associated with getting caught dealing or transporting a Schedule 1 drug. Now that the fines, prison sentences, and desire to enforce Schedule 3 crimes is lessened, look for the illicit market to boom across America. It is estimated that the illegal cannabis market is 3 times, that's once again, the size of the legal U.S. market as of 2024. So look for that multiple to expand if Schedule 3 is enacted. Removing a negative incentive in economics always leads to predictable action. In the legal market, the largest MSOS, or those that paid the most taxes, have the most to gain by a repeal of the 280E tax code and future credit for refunds coming their way. Oopsie, there we go. I just kind of made my thing go away. Now I'm going to come back. Rescheduling cannabis will abolish the onerous 280E tax law, potentially freeing up more than $1 billion dollars in tax savings for the business. Curaleaf and Trulieve, both of which are traded on the stock exchange and both of which make considerable tax payments, are among the firms most likely to profit. Repealing 280E limits would allow these businesses to deduct typical business costs, greatly improving their financial situation. Trulieve alone stands to get $113 million in tax refunds and savings. Senior analyst Pablo Zuanek of Zuanek and Associates believes that these tax reductions may result in improved cash flows, allowing those businesses to reinvest in development and growth. In the quickly changing cannabis market, having this kind of financial flexibility is essential for keeping a competitive advantage and encouraging creativity. Zuanek has consistently highlighted the disparity between current market valuations and the potential upside, particularly if federal legalization occurs. He emphasized that immediate cash flow improvements could lead to substantial revaluation of these companies. By enabling the deduction of ordinary business expenses, the financial statements of these companies would more accurately reflect their true profitability, attracting more investors and boosting market confidence. The potential tax savings are a temporary relief and a game changer for the industry. Analysts believe that the improved cash flow could result in substantial revaluations of cannabis companies in general. For Curaleaf and Trulieve, this change would mean their financial statements would better represent their actual profitability, leading to increased investments and further expansion opportunities. Curaleaf's financial outlook, Beacon Securities' Russell Stanley sheds light on Curaleaf's financial landscape, highlighting the company's adept management of operating cash flow. This proficiency facilitated a successful debt repurchase post-quarter, significantly enhancing its financial stability. With the anticipated rescheduling of cannabis and potential enactment of the Safer Banking Act, Curaleaf stands to benefit from a transformed financial environment, potentially witnessing a substantial surge in its operation cash flow by up to 92% and the cash flow by 188%. Wedbush Securities recently released a report on Curaleaf, elevating the stock's 12-month price tag from blah, blah, blah to blah, blah, blah. They're going to make a lot of money. I'm going to skip this part. Yeah, very good. Excellent. Banks are starting to pay attention. Excellent. The rest of this is pretty darn boring, so I'm just going to skip there and go, that's it for the Canon News.
Hey. Well, hemp hooray, everybody. And let's go back to Francis Ford. How many of the incredible directors from day one, from, Africa, the Out of Africa movies and all that stuff, and maybe even Spielberg, how did they figure out how to do E.T.? Did they not smoke? Was it alcohol? Everybody has something that is their medicine. What's your take on that, Rodimus? Creativity.
Oh, man, there was so much blow in Hollywood for years. Woo! Okay.
Yeah, but what's your take on cannabis for creativity?
Very much.
That it's a good thing.
I get creative.
Yeah. Well, that's what that story was about. How it inspired him a little bit or a lot, and I guess that
that's actually very cool for him to, because he's a establishment Hollywood person. He's been around for years. He's, like the article said, he's considered one of the most greatest directors of all time. And for him to not only be comfortable about saying that, he definitely benefits from the focus that it gives him. And he also, I didn't know this till reading this today, that he started, he's in partnership with a cannabis company, actually producing, I guess distributing or selling cannabis. So.
Right, and he must have been, bumped into Tommy Chong, and these are all elders, and they're 70, 80 years old, and they're old timers, and they have all the money in the world, but cannabis is maybe one of their mai tais or martinis that they have. They just want to use it on a different scale, a different level, responsibly. And then you look at Mike Tyson, you look at all the sports, cannabis people that are doing CBD companies responsibly. I think it's a great thing, and I found that story, and I thought that was a groovy story to tell right as the administration is changing things up here. I think it's a great time. Here, I'll put myself on with you here. A great time to have this conversation and to share what our elders have always been doing, and that's why the concert's going to happen in Oakland Coliseum, everybody. And we're going to bring some old timers and some new timers to the concert, stage to celebrate the prisoners and to make aware that what just happened, where we rescheduled marijuana, is a great thing, but it doesn't bring our prisoners home. And if it does, even before our concert, we still want to celebrate and pay them, give them restitution for all their time behind bars where they couldn't make a living for their families. So it's our pleasure. We're really excited. So don't forget that we're on Weedsday, everybody. Resetting the Room, episode 210, and relieffoundation.org. My little ticker tape's not up today because we got Kimmy on the tape. We got the Relief Dog. He says bad to the bone on his t-shirt. So everybody, it's great to have the news today, Rodimus. Thank you so much. And I'll get back to our group of gallery here. There we go. We're all together. Crazy Paw Mom, tell us how your art shows went this month, if you want to speak, because I know I'm very careful with putting you on the spot.
I haven't actually done an art show of my own, but I've been going to support all the people that I regularly do events with. The one I had this weekend was canceled till next month, but that gives me another month to get my stuff together, so it's okay. As much as that was a bummer, it did give me more time. I have one coming up on the 9th. I'm in Toronto a lot now. I've never been to Toronto. I went once, and now I've been there like 3 times. So, yeah, so Toronto is where it's at these days, I guess, for me. Sorry, kids here.
That's okay. Well, we're still, everybody. We have 4 of these beautiful Crazy Pop Mom trays for sale for $420 to help Dorothy pay her electric bill. I granted her a couple bones the other day because she called me, just like Edwin. Edwin called me and says, the warden says, Jeffrey, you made him laugh and you can come on down and visit me. And he's organizing his family to be there at the same time that I go. And I'm going to go into another prison, you guys, and do my work and do my duty. And then we're talking to the we didn't get Roxanne yet. So and so I'm going to go and do some more reconnaissance inside the prisons and make that awareness that it's true. They're still in jail. And Edwin calls me once every couple weeks, and he's been in jail for 25, 26 years now for marijuana. And no matter what Biden is doing, he's not being empathetic to the prisoners. And we know that it's just a swoop of a pen to help. I mean, Leonard Peltier's daughter was on last week, right, everybody? You remember that? Remember that? That was Kathy Peltier, yeah, everybody. She didn't have her daddy. She doesn't know her daddy, And so the same with a little girl that reunited on our show, if you remember. I think it was Luke Scarmazzo or it was one of the beautiful people. And his daughter was 5 when he went in. She's 35 now in a wheelchair and has a son. And he didn't get to have any of those special days. So we're going to have them all at the concert, everybody. So including you, including Solo Breezy. Crazy Pop Mom. We'll get everybody there. We'll do the best we can, and maybe Russell, our lag worm, he can maybe talk to the airlines that he worked at for 20 years and get us 20 tickets so we can all fly each other in. In other words, we're excited about what we're doing and that we're getting closer. Now that we got Stash on board from the new Renaissance band that he has that is playing still, Don't Bogart That Joint. That's our first, solid, incredible. I think they sold 5 million copies of that song, and he himself sold more than that with his original band. So I'll let him tell you when he comes back on exactly what his bio is. I honor everybody's walk and everybody's talk, but it's time we all get together and celebrate what just happened. What just happened. So Cannon Nurse has had some great takes on it. I think that let me see if I have. See, I read my thing there. I'm going to go to my Evernote and see if there. I had some other notes here. Oh yeah, that was the Francis Ford Coppola. Oh, so the Green Thumbs Industry. The I wanted to share with you the holdings. The top at 23% investment right now is Green Thumb Industries. Everybody, that's OTCQX, and that's their stock abbreviation. And then Curaleaf, Curaleaf. So I'm going to share my screen with you now, and just so those of you that are interested or that dabble in the world of the stock market. I remember when I did buy some penny stocks from Hemp Inc. We thought that was going to go to 25 cents, and my 2,000 shares of stocks would have made me, a couple $100,000, whatever. So let me share my screen with you all here again and show you my Photoshop here. And so right here on Photoshop, I'll zoom in on that a little bit here. So the top stock in weed right now is Green Thumb Industries. There's Curaleaf. You can all take your phone out and photograph those. If you want to put $100 in, let it ride. This is not money for nothing and your chicks for free. It's everything. You don't invest anything that you can't afford to lose. So put $100 in or 50 on a couple and watch it and play with it. It's not crypto, but I did a little bit of that once and that was kind of fun, but do what you can.
Quick question for you, Jeff. What do these percentages mean?
That's where they're at in the trading. I believe that because Green Thumb is at the top of my list here, and believe you me, it's from the article that I sent to you today. That the top one has a 23% rate at the time. Maybe that's your return. Maybe they went up 23% since January. I don't know what that actually means, but it means that that's the top one. So if you go down to Glass House Brands,
Could that be, Jeff, could that be a share price?
no, because it says percent. It doesn't say $23.
Yeah, that's why it's confusing.
Yeah, but
Is
anyway,
it the turnover?
yeah, maybe we're not stockies here, So, but anyway, so this is the if everybody that's watching my show today wants to play a little bit in the stock market, there's Goodness Growth, there's Ascend Wellness, there's Grown Rogue International, VTEX,
I want
and
Schwaz. I'm going to go for Schwaz.
okay, Schwaz Wellness. Let's go for Schwaz and send some to mom. So everybody screen capture that or take your phone out and photograph it and put $10 in, put $20 in, put $100 in if you can, whatever you can afford to lose, put it in and let it ride, because we do need to have money while you sleep, everybody. That's what my mom told me. Find something that is an invention that you made, put it on Amazon, like a book or something. And even though you get 25 cents a book from Amazon, what if you sell, 1,000? And so on and so forth. Oh, and by the way, Russell's book is almost done. I got the cover last week. And so there's a book that his buddy that's been on our show, he's finished it and he's shown me the cover and they're going to publish it soon. So look out for all of our books. We're going to have one. Radava's going to have one. We'll have a quote book maybe from Solo Breezy. Put all your quotes together, Solo. We'll do a quote with marijuana bud leaves. Maybe our NFTs could have a quote. Does that sound good? Have you done any more research on NFTs for my bud photography? Little bit or none? Come on.
Absolutely. There's NFTs, the whole crypto market, all that cool jazz. It changes every day. So there's always research being done.
Right. Well, we just need one person that would steward us and help us throw it up there. We don't care, like I said, if it's money while we sleep and the pictures are already done. It takes energy to throw an NFT up, so you put an NFT up, it takes 10 or 15 or 20 minutes. 200 would be, 3 days of work. But once it's up, then it's money while you sleep. Maybe we make $10 a month, or we make $100 a month. I'll give you 5%, dude, and so let's play and give you incentive to maybe figure that out. If there's a company that does it, or somebody, in India, Fiverr, go to Fiverr or something like that. So Canon Nurse, tell us a little bit about your dream about what just happened and about working for the concert with us.
Brilliant. So my dream is that it's legal, it's rescheduled, completely descheduled, and that our plant prisoners get to come home. Every single one of them. They should have never been behind bars. And I would like to see not just us, but others step up and say, you know what? They deserve to have a life given back to them for the life that they served. And their family members that didn't get to even grow up with them. This is an injustice that we can get behind and we can do something about. There's not often in life that you get a chance before you go to the Rainbow Bridge yourself, that you get a chance to do something that is completely selfless and totally without action for yourself, but for someone else entirely. To save a person's life is probably the greatest thing you can do. And it's not often that every day we get that chance to do. But with cannabis, that's exactly what you get the chance to do. It's more than being a friend, it's being a buddy. A buddy will save your life. A friend, as we know, will do things that a buddy would never think of doing. But a buddy will save your life and someone else's at the same time.
And buddy has the word bud in there.
Correct. And you have that opportunity. You have this opportunity not just on Wednesdays, but daily, to do something to help another person. What can be greater than taking another soul and lifting them up, taking them out of bondage, taking them out of a cage, or giving them back something when they never thought that they would receive anything in return. Every single one of our plant prisoners deserves us to rally around them, to become their sisters and their brothers, and to help their families and to help them not just forget the time that they've had to be locked up, but to repair that time, to do something to give them deep, encouraging care, just like Solo's encouraging words, just like Rodimus's encouraging presence, and Crazy Potman's encouraging, beautiful artwork, and all the things that everyone is doing. Do your bit and do it for someone else, because somebody else matters just as much as you do or anyone else. Think about those children. Kathy was only 5 years old, just a baby. She never got to see her daddy. She never got to grow up with him. And what about him? Locked away in a cage over something that has been proven over and over and over again that he was innocent. We need to stop this injustice, and we can stop it today by doing whatever it is, whatever your bit is that you can do for someone else, just do it. It feels good. It is the right thing. You'll know it, and it grows from there. It continues to just keep growing. And it's the most lovely, lovely chain of events. And I know there's a lot of darkness and a lot of sad, pathetic things in this world, but we have a lot of beauty too. There's a lot of silver linings, and we need not forget that there is hope, and not hopium, or it's just false hope and we're just doing it to pump each other up. No, true hope, real hope. And that starts with what every person can do, and what your dream is, and what you would like to see going forward. And if your dream didn't make it, then pick up somebody else's dream. If what you tried to do didn't go forward, then pick it up for someone else. Do it for someone else. For goodness sakes, Solo Breezy and all the millennials and my grandchildren and your grandchildren and all the littles, they're the ones that are going to be left with what we leave them. Surely we don't want to leave them in disaster. Everywhere you go, pick up your litter, and everywhere you go, do your best to be a level 5 human being. It is achievable. I didn't say it was easy. And that's my dream, that we all try. And if we all give that little bit of go, then who knows what we can do? I mean, who knows? So let's try that. Let's try some peace. Let's try some love. Let's try some care. And let's all be caregivers. Let's try it. Let's do it. Let's do it now. Thank you.
Amensky. Well, we're blessed to have you, and that that deserves a, you know. What I'm tired of is all the guys in charge. So we're glad to have the women on board today. Is today the third Weeds Day of the month? I don't know. We have women in Weeds Day, and look at that. That we got beautiful glow here. And let's come back and let's do our 3 photograph here. Put 3 fingers up, everybody, and I'll do our. Here we go. 1, 2. Whoops, we can't, gotta get me down there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got our thank you card here. And I'm gonna play our outro unless anybody, oh, Solo, give us a going out quote for people to sleep on tonight.
Definitely give you that giving out quote. Before we go, I want to tell everyone who smokes weed real quick. There's this
Turn
book.
it, turn it like that. There you
Can
go.
you guys get a book? I want everyone who smokes weed, whatever the case may be, or wants to know this book called "You Have to Know Your Rights." This book, I recommend you guys to go read this book. This book teaches you how to talk to cops, what the cops come and talk to you about if you ever get a question by the cops, and how to use your amendments correctly. This book is very important to read more than ever, especially if you want to know more about your rights and how not to get caught up going to jail or putting yourself in incriminating situations. It's very important. I recommend you go read this book.
Okay, thank you,
Thanks,
Dwayne.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Yeah, go get that book, everybody. We'll have the pot lawyers on again too. They say shut the fuck up Fridays. So there you go, everybody. It's been a great episode today, everybody. We're gonna have grind.
What's your quote, Solo?
My quote for today is quoted by Josiah Royce. Life involves passions, faiths, doubts, and courage.
Amen.
Must we say more? Must we say more? Everybody, it's Weeds Day, episode 210, and we made it to episode 210. Everybody, that's pretty cool. And so everybody, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next week. And I'm going to share my site. And thank you, Rodimus. Thank you, Canna Mom and Canna Nurse and everybody. We're going to roll out of here with some quick time here. And here we go. We're going to go.
Thanks, Solo.
You're welcome.
Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Hyken here with episode 209. Can you
210.
imagine that there are still people that don't know there are people in jail for marijuana? And I'm here to raise awareness through our concert that we're producing, and that's going really great. And we're going to be able to use the song from Lawrence Stash, who was on our show last week. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. So it's Jeff Eichen here with episode 210. I really want to let you know that I'm doing my best to hang with the administration that wants to decriminalize or reschedule marijuana. And there's Tommy and his son, and there's Tommy. So thanks to all the fathers and the OGs. So rescheduling it, no. Let's re-legalize it and don't criticize it. Be sure to go to relieffoundation.org and do support us. Parade.
Wow, 2010 episodes. Awesome.
Well, everybody, it's been really a pleasure to play in the Garden of Weed today. And it's weed, everybody. It's skank, it's duck, it's duct tape was really powerful strain we had. We had some El Chapo last year, and all the classics, you know. Now that things are lighting up even more, I feel good. My bones feel good. My heart feels good that things are progressing, but we're still working on the prison project. So keep an eye on us on relieffoundation.org. That's underneath where the Kimmy is right there. And I'll make that bigger so we can get our fans to freak and dial into Relief Foundation. If you want a deck from us, we'll send you our deck. If you want to be a sponsor, and that's all, you can write that off, and it's going to be fantastic to join us and to make it happen. That's 2025 on 420 at Oakland Coliseum. We're doing the best we can to make that happen. We're calling out for you, Snoop. We're calling out for Barbara Streisand. I don't know. Does she smoke weed? I don't know. I went online, everybody, and I got a oh no, Rodimus. I think Rodimus went online to type in weed musicians. Didn't we do that, Rodimus? Somebody just recently helped me to do that, and Lady Gaga was in there, you know, and so we want the women on stage. We want all you out there to support us to make it happen. It's going to happen no matter what, and we're going to celebrate. And I'm getting ready to go to the country fair with Kimmy when she comes home from Spain. Everybody, put your new glasses on, your new foundation that spells relief. Where do you get relief? Send your dough to us to help us pull this concert off, everybody. And if you have something out there, everybody, that can help us to organize this and make it happen, if you know CRM, come help me. Okay, it's Jeff Eichen with Weedsdays, episode 2010, and not 2010 episodes, but 210. Okay. You got me all stoned, Rodimus. I got all fucked up here. But I'm wearing my Hempfest hat, and they just celebrated David Dammett's memorial last week in Seattle. But I was here with the indigenous people and doing Roadie Festival and the circus, Chautauqua Circus. But look out for Magic and Flow, everybody. Get your flow on, flow state, and then relief. You'll have relief. Love you, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen. I'm out of here, and I'll see you next week. Love and light, and hemp hooray. That's all I got. So it's all I got, everybody, and I'm going to go back to our StreamYard so I don't keep that on all day long like I do sometimes. So, hey, StreamYard, it's Jeff Eichen here, and it was great seeing you today, StreamYard, and thank you so much, everybody from StreamYard to Roku. And thank you, POD TV, for all you do and hosting us, and YouTube and ReliefFoundation.org. I'm out. Episode 210. Thank you.